Tom, a difficult opening day defeat. What's your thoughts on that performance?
Yeah, Lewis, we always knew it was going to be a tough game today to open the campaign with, away to the team that's come down from the league above. And I thought, in terms of how the game went, we kind of let it get away from us in that first half. Two of those three goals were just complete errors on our behalf. They didn't really have to do much to open us up. It was far too easy. And I think when you come in at half time and you're 3-0 down, it doesn't matter what team in world football, if you're 3-0 down, it's a very difficult task to get back in the game. So, I think there was an element of, there was obviously issues with us getting here today, and we did arrive at the ground late, which led to our preparation be a bit rushed, and I do think that had an impact on the first half performance. However, there was no excuses for the goals that we let in that first half, and it's something that we really need to address, particularly with the set pieces. But at half time, what we asked of the players was, from a football point of view, I felt we matched them. I didn't think they did anything particularly special to open us up. It was more our own problems in the middle of the pitch in particular. So we asked them, look, can we respond well? We've got the second half, wipe it, can we put in a better display? And obviously what you saw in the second half was, it was obviously 0-0, and actually we had 4 or 5 clear-cut chances that we should have taken, and it could well have finished here 3-3, So, but this is football.
Obviously, on paper, coming away on the opening day to the team that has just come down from the division above, you mentioned there about the second half. There were positives to take from that game today.
Oh yeah, massive positives. As I've just said to the players in there, this is going to be one of the tougher games that we play. And consider it's the first game of the season when, in all honesty, some of our players are still not match fit, and that is something that they're going to need to address, because we are part time, and the reality is, if you're a full-time professional footballer, fitness is a given. But when you're part time, you've got to do the extras and you've got to get up to speed. And I think that is really where we came second best today, was the fitness side. And the yardage. It wasn't the football side at all, and that is probably the positive to take, is that it's easy to get right the fitness side. So with regards to the second half, I was really happy with how we applied ourselves, and how we actually played football and created the chances that we did. It was a night and day situation from the first half to the second half.
In that second half, there was an incident with Nee Chambers, appeared to be sin-binned. What happened there?
So, she only has herself to blame, but it's a lesson that we all learn. I mean, she's reacted to a decision from the referee, and we believe that it might not have been, in her eyes, anything too serious, but at the end of the day, dissent is dissent, and the rule is the rule. And she was sent off for 10 minutes, and like I've said to the players, we have to factor that into the second half performance, because the other side is that we played 10 minutes in that second half, a player down, and we still looked the better team. So it was an unfortunate situation, because it may really have helped us to get back in the game, but the positive from it is that we still look good, a player down. But we have to learn from that situation, and not be in that position again.
And next up, obviously, is London Seaward in the Cup. How does this next week look for the Bees?
So, like I said to the players, if we'd have got on this coach today after the second half and it was similar to the first half, I would not have been happy. But the fact of the matter is, they've actually put in a really good, positive performance in that second half, and we've got to take that positive momentum onto the coach into next week's training to say, do you know what, we can compete with these teams. We just iron out silly mistakes that we made, and get our fitness levels up. We can compete. So going into this week, obviously, we'll use what we did in the second half, build on that, and we'll prepare for London Seaward. I mean, London Seaward is going to be a tough game, but it will give us an opportunity also to give other players minutes and have a look at them as well. But we will not be taking it lightly, and we will go into that game obviously as full strength as we can. Having my assistant back, Vinny, will be a massive help. He has been away on holiday for a couple of weeks, and I think having him back in the building will allow me to do a bit more of the management side of the players, and he can take on a bit more of the coaching side, because it's been a challenge for me, obviously, to do both sides of it. So that's going to be a big difference for the players this week as well.
Tom, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Lewis. Thank you.